everybody. So I've just been in to the site office and he's given me the superstructure quality checklist, and it's a very big list. Alright, let's have a quick go through it, shall we? All ties on party walls to be 900 horizontal and diamond staggered to butt plumb with below. All ties to be 450 vertical and diamond staggered but plumb with below. All ties on external walls to be 750 wide and staggered but plumb with below. All corners of blockwork and brickwork inside the cavity to be mechanically clean cut. No raw, rough edges with 30mm joints are acceptable. All joints on the inside of blockwork and facework to not be exceeding 10mm. All perp joints to be parallel and uniform with each other. Cavity trays to be returning up with stopped ends in on the edges of run. In on the edges with run with 150mm overlay. Cavity trays to be returning up with stopped ends in on the edges of run with 150mm overlay. So that's 150mm over the, you've got to go 150mm past the actual lintel, then be returned up. Chipboard flooring should be oozing with visible glue between all joints top and bottom. That's nothing to do with me. Fire socks to be placed on ends of party wall and ensure ends of fire socks are exposed and touching down to foundation. Restraint straps to be bedded on with timber noggins. Ensure no elbows of ties are showing in the cavity. Yeah, 50mm. Ties should be uniform and free from mortar also. Ensure there are no open perps on inside of cavity walls to both blockwork and brickwork. All joints to be fully filled. Inside blockwork to be treated as facework, jointed, pointed and brushed. Facework to be fully jointed, flushed up and brushed. Ties to be 225 around window openings and door openings. So basically you go on a brick in up windows and doors, which is what I usually do anyway. Cavities should be clean and free from inside snots. You're best doing 6 when you do your, obviously you do block work, so it's easy to joint that and brush it. But on your brickwork, if you do like 6 courses, like scraping it up with your trowel and then give it a brush, I find when I do the top 6 courses and it's a bit harder to get round the back, you're best getting a hop up and you can just get to it straight away rather than go up on the next lift and have, because they just moan just about these silly little bits. And if you know, just like little holes at the back, it's so much easier to get it when the wall's green. Hello? Hello? You right? I think so. My mate was supposed to come in and give me a hand, but it's looked like myself. No, he's my neighbour, and he said he'd come in and give me a hand for a couple of days, but I thought I'd be able to poach him if I offered him an extra 25 quid a day, but he ain't having none of it. Cavity should be clean, free from inside snots. Yeah, full blocks to be used below lintels. Still set out half bond to ensure all is in line. So they don't want any briquettes under the lintels. Frogs to be filled, plus feature brickwork detail to be protected. Frogs to be filled. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to. That's why when I went up there was a damp over the top. To protect it, stop water getting in. If it rains in on the holes and it freezes, it can blow the bricks. It's just, and if water gets in there, then you have a nightmare laying your muck on top as well, because the water will then drip down the face. The mucky water will then drip down the face of your facework, and it's not pretty. Right, brickwork to gauge, standard. Lintel bearings minimum 150. Steel beam bearings minimum 300. Brickwork to be square, corners plumb, walls to line through. Well, if you can't do that, then you should give up. Scaffolding plus loading bay cleaned for next trade. If damp course has joint, this needs to be taped. If damp course has joint, this needs to be taped. All right. Cavity trays to be clean and free from mortar. Any joints to be sealed and taped. Cavity trays to be cleaned and free from mortar. Yeah, that's standard. No continuous runs should be permitted with cavity trays above piers. Openings should be considered for cavity insulation flow. So basically, when you've got like a window, a door, another window, they don't want the cavity to go right through. They want a break in the lintels, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but I mean, yeah. Joist ends to be minimum 25mm from edge of cavity. Perimeter noggins, that's nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with me. Ensure cavities are kept clean and free from offcuts. Any joist, oh, they're talking about joists here. Frame, a frame to be built anywhere where wind bracing is not touching wall plate. Yeah, I see that in the other plot actually. They look quite good. Gable straps to be minimum 2. Yeah, ain't nothing to do with me. Wall plate straps, nothing to do. Plywood, no. Cavity socks to be. So basically, this list is just basically for me. Superstructure quality checklist. It's basically my work. It's nothing to do with any of the other trades on here, apart from a bit of chippies. Oh no. What do you reckon, boys? Any of you think you're good enough out there to come join me on a price? If this site kicks off, let me know. Malden. Any of you non-brickies out there, this is what superstructures are built out of these days. Silos. They don't use mixers. Comes straight out of there, the water pumps straight into here, and there's a big worm inside, knocks it straight up for you. It takes about 2.5 minutes to knock it up. So this is what I'm faced with today. Pretty much with what I'd done yesterday, but without a hog carrier, so I doubt I'll get it done. It's not that there's many bricks to lay, it's just from here to about here, it is so awkward laying down, and I don't know. I'm not finished. I ain't done this properly yet, so I've got to finish that. Forky's over there doing joists, so I'm waiting for muck. This is a plot that I loaded out last week. Started to anyway. Right, so while I'm waiting for muck, I'm just gonna have a tidy up and get socks in where I can. Fireproof socks are hopefully up here, I think. They're up here. Right, I can put my fire socks up back now. I dropped my Fitz brick clamp down here, so I've got to get that out, and my tape actually. what you do to me. Look at the shoot. Lovely bucket, lovely jubbly, brilliant. Fucking put a fucking stand there, look, and I didn't put it on it. This is beautiful. Ah, it's gonna be a hard day. Shitty boards, I ain't using them. Nice one. Cheers, Adam. Here's my shit and don't give me it back. Right, it is 10 past 8 and I'm not working like that. So I'm going to sort this out. Right, that took me 10 minutes and everything's nice and high now. Right, let's get some muck out and crack on. W rows today, 9-incher. There's the old fucking fish hook. I did drop that one down the cavity yesterday. Where's the other one? Don't give me that shit. Found it. Found them both. I don't know what I've done with the other one though. Alright, I do like this trail. It's a bit wet actually to do some dip. Might be alright. So if you look, like everyone thinks, oh, there's so much muck coming out the front, there must be loads coming out the back. See if I can just, so when you're tipping it from at an angle like this, you're basically doing that, but not quite to that extent. So what happens is when you're pushing it forward like that, all this muck's coming out the front, but you literally don't look, all that's come out the back is that. Now anything that hasn't filled, you can just, yeah. And that is, I know to the untrained eye, it looks like there's a lot of muck coming out the front, so there must be a lot coming out the back. But you can't tell in the video, the angle that I'm laying at is pushing most of it out the front. I'd say 80%. So look, I haven't touched the back yet, but look, all I've got is that and that that's fell out. Again. So you're tilting the brick back, yeah, so most of the muck's going to come out the front. And it just falls into place. It's so much easier than the traditional method. I say the traditional method, but it's not the traditional method. It is just called it's called the long bed method, which is used by southern is it southern European? No, Western Europeans. I don't know, can't remember, but I read it in a book anyway. Right, I'm gonna start chucking a few of these fucking in. Got chatting away with me foreman, my old foreman. He's his contracts manager now, and I just had a little chat with him about the checklist. And if I show that to Kieran, he will just laugh. So I don't think it's a good idea to even start the next plot, because it sounds like they're just over the top. I mean, I can do it, but I don't see the point. If I know people that work with me ain't gonna. It's not that they can't do it. They'll just think, well, there's actually no point in doing it like that. So I've had a chat with him. Well, I've had a chat with him. I think I've swindled my way back to Bewley Park, which is like my favourite place I've ever worked. So let's see how I might be there Friday. Where I'm standing like this, I should be standing straight on, and I've lost my bond. It feels nicer to lay a brick like that, but really you should be laying straight on, because look what I've done. I've got way back, which I shouldn't be doing. Fuck that right up. That was a good start, wasn't it? I've ended up chatting away like fuck to the contracts manager. I've laid about 20 bricks. Alright. Get an old soup that week. I'd do 74. Just to... Right. You don't want to mark this side. You want to mark just in here. And then just up at an angle like that. And that line should not do that. A bit deeper. Now put that line a bit lower. There you go, and then I won't go nowhere. Look. Right, I have got a hottie again. He's it's my neighbour. He said he already had a job, so I said come in with me for a few days, give us a hand, because he didn't need to go in for a few days. And I tried to persuade him by giving him an extra 25 quid a day more than what he's getting. But he was umming and ahhing because he's been with his firm for a couple of years. And you know, in my eyes, these are the sort of people you need to try and get, the ones that have got jobs already. I'm never keen on taking people on that haven't got a work, because there's usually a reason for it. But we'll see what happens. I know it's a lot of you are commenting, no one wants to work with me. It's actually, I don't want to work with other people. I'm very fussy and I'm very hard to work well, I'm not hard to work for. I just have high expectations of, you know, turning up on time, not playing on your phone, getting to work, you know, early. You know, I don't like people, you know, I've had people work for me. I say, right, we start working at 7:30. They'll turn up on site at 7:30 and stroll up, you know what I mean? And I've had loads of people work for me, and 95% of them, I've personally sacked them. You know, there's only the odd few that have left, and it's usually just because they want more money and they're not worth it. But, you know, I'll pay top money for top workers. You know, people that have worked for me know that. But I don't pay a lot of money for people that I'm teaching. If I'm teaching someone, I'm not earning money. You know, I'm earning money, but not as much as what I would if I wasn't teaching them. And this is, you know, this is something that people need to realise. But anyway, I'm finishing these gables, and I've got to go to Bewley Park for a while. They ain't got the window formers here, so I get to see my old Forky. Warren, if you're watching, I'm coming for you, mate. Funnily enough, he's the old Forky that I used to work with. His daughter's just took bricklaying, so I'm gonna probably end up taking her on, I reckon. That fucking will be Charlie's Angels, three women. But women are just as good as workers as men, and I fucking think it's barbaric, the people that think women shouldn't be doing, you know, on-site jobs, because I tell you something now, they work just as fucking hard as men, if not harder. It's nothing to do with gender, how, you know, how hard someone works. Someone's either a hard worker or they're not. Doesn't matter about female, male, black, white. Do you know what I mean? If someone's a hard worker, they are a hard worker, and I think it's in your genetics to be a hard worker, nothing to do with male, female. You know, people that are drinkers and smoke weed, they tend to work less hard. The drinkers tend to feel rough every day and don't want to pull their finger out. People that smoke weed want to relax and don't want to work hard. You know, that's the way drugs, you know, because alcohol is the biggest killing drug in the world, but they don't want to, you know, advertise this, do they? COVID, but, you know, they'll happily let you all sit at home and drink every day, wouldn't they? Killing yourself off slowly and painfully. But hard workers tend to not much of a drinker, not do many drugs. You know, coffee's a fucking drug, for fuck's sake. You know, but yeah, grafters are clean cut people that turn up on time, want to put a good day's graft in, and they'll get good day's money as well out of me. If they are worth it, they will get a good day's money out of me. But as soon as people take the piss out of me, I'll take the piss out of them and laugh them straight off. That's why I've ended up sacking the kids so much. But you know, I put so much time and effort into them. I kept getting them back, giving them another chance, which I knew deep down was the wrong thing to do. But when you put so much time and effort into someone, you know, and you're just starting to make a bit of money out of them, because you don't make money out of them at first. You know, you start making a little bit of money out of them, and then they start fucking about, and then they want more money because they're suddenly chucking a few bricks down, but they don't want to talk about how shit they were for the first year and a half. There you go. Right, cup of tea's gone. Best pull my finger out. Hopefully he's got. I have told him I'll give him a full day if he gets his ass up here before 1. And helps me out, because there's nothing. It's going to get so messy up there where I'm trying to hod and lay and everything. It's just, if I try and tidy up as well, I'm definitely not going to get nowhere near done. So I'm just going to, even if he gets here at fucking 1:30 and just helps me tidy up and get the get all the fire socks round and tidies up, it will just help me out massively. So I've just spoke to him on the phone. He's going to try and get his ass up here, as long as he don't come out of the doctor's too late. So we'll see if he turns up. Right, here's where we're at. Got to chuck a few more bricks out. Well, we've got 3 courses. Hod. Couple of buckets of muck. Alright, let's go. So it's thought I'd give you young lads a little tip out there that, you know, if you're learning to perp a brick and you're working up high and you're finding the perps are always falling off, the best way to perp it is like that, but then do that. So this bit is now stuck to the brick completely and it'll never fall off, literally. But let's see how much it takes to come off. So it's literally that will never come off. Ah, get there, fuck. Smell like gas. It's a pain in the arse, man. Just fit. Just. Nice little cut in there, lovely. Now to the hard bit. So how I'm building my gable now is my favourite way of building a gable. Just scoring 75mm up, put the line in, scoring 75mm up that end, line up, and then I like to lay the middle brick. I mean, you can see the perps where the other boys were on it were starting to wonder. And this is why I like starting from the middle and working outwards. It does take a little bit more time because you're obviously going this way, then out, then coming back to the middle, then going back out that way. But I just find it's just such a easier way of keeping your perps plumb. Yeah, I've been working out of a bucket and all. It's absolutely pissing it down, but the brickwork's sort of protected, and that's why I'm working out of a bucket, because if I had it on a board out here and filled them up, it'd probably get absolutely soaked and turn to piss water. Getting there though. Alright, it is 1 o'clock and I've got that left. Jake's on his way because the place is getting a bit of a tip. So I told him if he comes up and helps me out, I'll still give him a full day. But yeah, it's a bit, bit messy. I want to get this done and dusted. It's pissing down. But it's that really annoying fine rain that you can work in. So I'm gonna crack on anyway. I'm pretty much soaked anyway, so I'm just gonna carry on anyway. We've got that sign-in station to build tomorrow. It's supposed to absolutely piss it down all day tomorrow, but I might go and get a pop-up tent. Pop-up gazebo. My dad broke my other one, so I might see if anywhere does a pop-up gazebo. Can you hear that? Fucking rain. Yeah, so I can get that done. Just 3x3 pop up. Where you go. Alright, Jake's on his way, so he'll be able to tidy everything up for me, get everything tidy, see what his jointing up's like, because I don't really want to be jointing up underneath, and he can do that for me. Alright, let's crack on. What music we got? Well, I was gonna let him join up, but then I realised if I don't, that means I've got to get the muck. So I decided to start joining up instead. I predict a riot. Oi, oi, oi. Fun, fun, fun. Finger joint. Westminster smudge. Oi. As my old boss used to say. Fucking cunt. In there. Excuse my language. Brought up by a couple of Scots. So it ain't great. Oh. Tell thee. Oi. La 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 la. Oh, fucking Jesus. Oh, get up there. A bit sloppy. Jake, can I have a half a bucket of muck? Just to finish off. Yeah, mate, yeah. Nice one. I need 1, 2, 3, 5 bricks, 4 bricks. Now. Oh, lovely. That was a good one. Well, it was a miserable day, but managed to get it done this time. Oh, it's at the same time as yesterday. Funny. I did put a bit more effort in today. So, yeah. Today's one of my favourite days as well. So I get to see my little girl. you know it's been a wet day when your hands look like a 90-year-old man's. Fucking state of that. Yeah. Oh, what's Amy got me?
We have got honey and sweet chilli chicken wings.
Oi, oi.
My own recipe.
Oh, look at that. That looks the bollocks.
And then we have got this one, ain't anything exciting. Seasoned chicken breast with potatoes and corn on the cob.
Oh, I can smell the butter. Alright, let's get eating.
You've demolished them all?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was a hit.
Yeah. Add that to Amy's cookbook list.
Honey and sweet chilli glazed chicken wings. Now on to this.
Yeah, that's a bit boring now compared to them.
Cheeky bastard.